Hello and welcome to this Group G game on match day 3 between Yokohama Marinos versus Kaya at the Yokohama International Stadium. It is a big game for Kaya and a big game for Yokohama. Yokohama under Kevin Muscat won their last group game against Shandong Taishan, and they sit healthily, as you can see, in second place. Kaya come into today's game with no points and having lost their previous 12 AFC games. They need to find some way of getting back into this group. Colin Curtis's side. 19 degrees, a little bit of breeze and a normal sort of humidity inside the stadium. And what a stadium it is, by the way. The Yokohama International Stadium houses some 72,000 fans, and it is looking like a glorious night for playing football. Built in 1998, Yokohama really are an act to be looked at, really, for Kaya. Their little fans have come in, they've made them in. A little knot of fans that will come in and try and see if their side can pick up some points for the first time in the group, and it's first time in the AFC competition. Pitch is in absolutely glorious condition. I'd say the grass is no more than 25.4 millimeters in length. The playing surface looks absolutely gorgeous. And Yokohama Marinos, part of the City Football Group, albeit only a small part, just 20% stake in the club. And then Champions League, well, it hasn't been smothered in glory for Yokohama. Went out in the group stage in 2004 and 2005, and in 2014 as well. But in 2020 and 22, they have made the last 16. They're currently second in the J League behind Vissel Kobe. But today they come up against the Philippine side, Kaya, who, as I said before, are looking for their first point in an AFC match, and that includes just the AFC Cup as well. Colin Curtis and his young side that were AFC territory. They've certainly lost everything, but just one defeat in domestic competition in their last 6. Well, that's a spectacular set-in. Yokohama International Stadium, or the Nissan Stadium as it's sometimes referred to. Ability to alter the lights. Been to quite a few grounds. Very low league, I have to say. where the flexibility to turn the lights on is often paramount importance. Champions League anthem rings out. The AFC Champions League flag goes out. The referee takes the football. Kaya in the yellow. Yokohama in blue, needless to say. Ranked number 86 in the AFC rankings, Kaya. Might have a bit of a task on here. Curtis doesn't have a massive squad to pick from, and it almost picks itself. Abaleda just leads his side across Yokohama. So Mikoshi is a 20, and a lot of fans favourite from Kaya. Well, Kevin Muscat's side have 5 forwards: Sugimoto, Nishimura, and also Mizunuma, Inui and Elba, all capable of attacking. Looks like Takuya Kida could be dropping into the back of the central 3. Our referees today from Tajikistan, Mr. Kariev, Mr. Karimov, and the third official is Mr. Peshkari from Thailand. The actual referee himself, I should say, is Mr. Sadulu. And Mr. Firdavs from Uzbekistan is the VAR official. Well, it's a side that pretty much picks itself for Colin Curtis. He's got to rely on Javi Gayoso to try and get the goals. Looks like Arboleda, who normally a midfielder, is going to play to the left back position. A magnificent looking side here at the Yokohama International Stadium. Well, who draws first blood? What is Kaya's game plan? Do they try and stay and keep the host quiet for the first 45 or 20 minutes and see if they can stay in it, or do they go out, put them very much on the back foot? Two sides prepare to face off. Concentration at its highest. The aforementioned huddles. Words of encouragement. Reiterating game plans. Give each other the courage to play to their top quality. Atmosphere inside the crowd here. Potter there with a serious frown upon his face. There's a task ahead, do you fancy? There's an unenviable record of 12 defeats in AFC matches. And we're off and running. Kida with the first touch. Nagato. Watanabe, it's Subara. Interesting to see the speed of the passing from Yokohama. Kevin Muscat, the Yokohama coach, recently His name was put forward for the Celtic job. He's still here. Kida. In the corner, Zunuma. Take the throw quickly, tries to get it beyond, and does so. Recovering by Rota, first corner. Taken short. Looking to get behind the lines already, aren't they? Just drifted away. There is Kevin Muscat, a player to be feared when he was playing. Wolverhampton Wanderers and Millwall. A reputation of being like granite in the English game. Kamerad with this goal kick. Pushing the back there, surely, and it was. Gayoso just ushered under the ball. It was the man that wanted to gain a little bit of an advantage. There's a little bit of a height difference there between Gayoso and Kida, as we've already seen. Horikoshi is about to take this free kick. And, Sendra goes up. There is a bit of a height advantage for Kaya. Very high line being held here by Yokohama. The back, headed across the face of goal. Not the tidiest clearance away by Inui. And this is where Yokohama may find something. Kida thinks he should have something from the referee, Mr. Sadulu. Well, Curtis, certainly in his pre-match chat, said all the right things in all the right places. Not much to glean from that. Melitza to deliver the corner. Excellent header away, right at the front post this time by Elba. Yokohama will not want to be the record breakers for Kaya today, that's for sure. Arboleda with the throw. Right into the body of Horikoshi, but just hacked away. Sendra will contest. Elba loses out, and Sendra with the lofted shot, which hits the crossbar. There's a real chance here. Can the keeper get down? He can. Ichimori. It was not what I call a venomous shot. Lofted in, just caught the crossbar as he backed off towards his goal line. And then had to come out and smother the ball, which he did well, Ichimori. From beyond, over the top of Elba's head, but Inui was the target. Subara. First threat. I was just literally saying just moments before that, Yokohama will not want to be the record breakers. Kaya will be desperate to try and get their first point. Yokohama will hope it's not them. Back in, Sendra just scooped it forward, and then a real problem. Ichimori suddenly found himself scrabbling to get there before Horikoshi came in. Who grows in confidence from that early bit. There's almost a sense in the eyes of the Yokohama players as though fear of losing, if I can say that, for want of a better word. Inui tries to get it to Elba. Arboleda lifted forward by Diallo. Palmer certainly knocking the ball around with a degree of safety. Yoshia. Inui goes outside Arboleda. Can he get a cross in? Drills it in. Kamerad down low. Thanks a pace there. Abeleda playing right-hand side this time, which is interesting because he played left-hand side in their game against Incheon. Preferred his role in midfield, but whether he's being press-ganged into that position, I don't know. He's on the ball now. Trying to go over the top of Kida. Turned forward by Nagato. And there he gets that all wrong. Well, Kaya, I won't say have been bright, but they've certainly been a little nerveless in this first 7 minutes here, and Colin Curtis will be very happy with his opening. Gayoso can't get there. Excellent work by Nagato. Strength shown there by the wiry Gayoso. Matsubara. Kida. Nishimura. Matsubara tries to go long. Strong header away on this near side. Again, done well to get his body across there then. Are playing at left back. They've got a line of 5 across the back. Inui to take on Abeleda. Elba runs in behind. Back to Inui. So this time to Yoshio. Inui again. Count across the lines there. There's 10 yellow shirts behind the ball already. Space is going to be limited. It's in the final third. Chance here for Nishimura. Down the line, inside it goes from Mizuma. Inui. Too long, too strong. The danger for Kevin Muscat's side here is he's packed his side with attack-minded players, and Kaya sort of set their stall out, which is still going to be denying space for those attack-minded players to play into, and almost conceding ground and allowing Yokohama to play it around in front of their penalty area and saying, well, you can play it there all day long. And then the space gets eaten up. Kida with a big header away. Sendra can't control. Abeleda, Sendra. Ball down the line. Flag goes up though for offside. Watanabe, time and space. We'll be looking right-hand side. If you notice, there's a lot of space out there for Inui. Abeleda's allowing him to go there. But knowing the pace of Inui, the man in your picture there, Abeleda's going to have to work his angles out well. I don't think he'll match him toe-to-toe for pace, so he's going to have to try and run the angles to shut him down should Inui pick a ball up and run forward with it. Middle of the park this time. Angeli's tried to get it forward, looking for Gayoso. Well, Colin Curtis's side got into the 10th minute without too many alarms. In fact, the only time anybody's really alarmed anybody, it's that man's side that have been under pressure, Kevin Muscat. Abeleda taken a year and a half to take the throw. I don't think Mr. Muscat was too impressed with that. Diano goes back to Camarad. Camarad thumps it straight down the centre. Ball to nothing, and Ichimori catches safely and just pulls it out to captain Kida. And Kaya back. The danger which we've seen with this, that looks as though there could have been offside. Sugimoto was a man that seemed to be bordering on the line of offside. And Subara goes all the way back. The danger with the Kaya plan is can they change it up should they concede? And their stall is to make a Kaya-shaped wall in front of their goal. Changing the mindset after that could be difficult should they concede. We're into the 11th minute, it's still goalless. Elba. Inui. Elba goes again. Tracked back by Angelis. Let's set the cross in. Gayoso, Sendra. One thing that Kaya won't be able to do is give the ball away after winning it back. Zunuma. Space very much denied here. You can see how close those two lines are of the Kaya defence and midfield. Elba. Inui's going to get in behind Arboleda this time. Can he find a decent cross? Elba clips it in. Kamarad comes and claims. Yokohama will have to guard against frustration, because they're going to see a lot of the football. Kamarad's completed 2 completed passes to his intended target, which is Ishimori, the other end of the goal. Inui again. Angelis checks him back inside. Yoshio. See how congested it is. Inui. Yoshio. Kida, can he open something up? Nagato. Deep ball in. Melitza with the slightly uncomfortable looking clearance there. Matsubara. Mizunuma. Pocket here. So first touch was just a little heavy there from Nishimura. Kaya clear. Nishimura. Numa. I think we all could see from the angle there that he was looking for Inui, but got a horrible slice on it. And Quincy Kamarad falls to the floor, eats a few seconds up. Kayasa with a header. Yoshio. Interesting to see what the possession stats are early on in this game. It's got to be in the 75-15s, I would have thought. Yoshio, Elba, Nagato, Inui. Arboleda goes to greet him, forces him inside. Inui. Watanabe. Mizunuma. It's a poor ball in, I'm sorry to say that, but that really wasn't the best ball I've seen curled in by Matsubara. Anticipation for sides is a little bit too much. Gayoso with a helping hand, and Matsubara gets it out far side to Nagato. Inui. Well, Colin Curtis must have had his side tied together with pieces of string. They are very, very tight together. Mizunuma. Hard ball in right across the face. First time that's been a different sort of approach. Arboleda has given the ball to Elba. Nagato. Watanabe. Kida. Elba again. Wants him to go outside Inui, but he didn't go. Little arm wave there. Now Inui's going to get it. And a space denied. I suppose that low cross was the first time we saw any decision or non-decision making by Kaya just moments ago as a low ball went across the face of their goal. Kida, Yoshio, Inui, can he take his man on? His favoured is coming inside, inverted winger here, drops a long ball across the face of goal, and again it's harmless, and Quincy Camarada will take those all day long. What I love about game plans. There we are, I said it was pretty high, 77-23. Still goalless. The closest we came was a Sendra lofted ball in. Ishimori almost gave back to the onrushing Horikoshi. Cloud with that unwanted record of in 12 AFC matches, never winning one. Come into this game against Yokohama, who one of the more fancied sides, doing very well in the J-League. It's a nice ball in. Sugimoto manages to get it down, but look how many yellow shirts were around him. As soon as he tried to bring that down and get it close to his body, Arboleda with a nice touch away from Inui, and again. And Arboleda looking for something that definitely wasn't there. Elba, Yoshio. Good touch there on the edge of the box, but again, quickly in there was Diano. Shot on the spin, goes wide of Camarad's right post. Ishimura tried to get it away, it just broke off of a deflection. It was indeed Nishimura fashioned his own chance. I think what Kaya will be pleased with, as Sugimoto finds Nishimura, is the fact that they've denied space for Yokohama so far, which will build a little bit of frustration for Yokohama. Elba, Inui now. Can he want to come inside of Arboleda? This time he goes outside him, but Arbolade's there with a good toe. Second corner of the game. Nice to see Inui go outside this time, because he has been coming in from that left-hand side on his right foot. To be swung in. Gayosa with an awful touch, and there's a real chance here for Sugimoto. Loses out this time to Milic, who just got his foot caught under Sugimoto as he tried to come down and trap it, but it's a brave little toe here. Milic certainly did feel that one. Again, it's been the unexpected that has caused Kaya problems. Cross momentarily ago. Gayosa with a header on. Horikoshi, can he get past his man? He can. He's got past Kida. Can he pull it back? He hits the post. Well, Daiso Horikoshi. It's a little bit route one. Gayosa with a flick on. Horikoshi, Kida stood off as midfielders would instead of going to shut it down, and then he flashed that shot past Ichimori and hit the post. It's just literally going to go back to Yokohama, who are methodical in their approach play, but it's the two times they've not really hit the ball into the box very well, i.e. from a corner and a low cross, that has caused Kaya problems at the back. But really, when you look down at your notes, we've had Sendra with that lofted shot, which Ichimori powered away from underneath his bar and almost let Horikoshi come in on the rebound, and then Horikoshi's just rattled the post. Both of those via Kaya. Nishimura, Matsubara, Nishimura, Matsubara, Kida, Yoshio. Again, nicely played away, denied space. Yano, the man at the back that did it. The man in your picture there, Guida, the captain, normally plays as a defensive midfielder, being deployed in the back, in the middle of a back three by Kevin Muscat today. And whilst I know that most players are multi-use, they can play a variety of positions, it's their natural position that can sometimes catch them out. There will be subtle changes from central defensive midfield to centre-back. And those little subtle differences, positioning where you feel you are in the field of play when the ball comes to you naturally, that is when you can find yourself with a little bit of an issue. And Kido on that last time just took 2 or 3 paces back, which you can't do as a centre-half. He needed to go and take Horikoshi away from the football, but he took 2 paces back, which allowed Horikoshi then to drive at the goal. And although he forced him wide, he'd give him the opportunity to flash a shot goalwards, which hit the post of Ichimuri's goal. That may seem heavily technical for anybody out there, but it is just these subtle differences that happen. It's like full-backs and centre-halves. They can just lose their position on the pitch because they go to their natural position. And if you've had a right-back playing at right centre-half for a period of time, if the ball comes in from the left, you find them both going in towards the ball because they naturally feel they can go and attack it, which leaves an overload behind them. So that's those little subtleties when playing football that can cause so much trouble. Now, will it be Kaya that exploit that in the shape of Kida playing in the middle of a back three? Got a couple of stoppages here. One obviously for Kamara, who went down. Kevin Muscat, deep in thought there. This doesn't look too good at the moment. Midway through the first half here. It's a very, very quiet crowd at the moment inside the Yokohama International Stadium. Well, looks like there's going to be a change, and an early change in fairness. Kevin Muscat forced to shuffle his troops. Saka Kibara is being warmed up. Just got a feeling there was possibly a knock before that game started. They're not taking any risks here. Saka Kibara is coming on. Roberto is the man that's gone off. Look how that affects the lineup in just a moment. Diallo rolls it back to Camarade. Looks like Yoshio at the moment is dropping to the left side of the back three. Gayosa's done well with Kida. Yoshio just gets a touch and just a bigger sense now that there is a fear here for Yokohama that there is going to be opportunities from set pieces. Horikoshi to deliver this corner. 26 on the clock. We had a few minutes stoppage there. picks it up. Good header away. Chance here. Militz has made a bit of space, fires a shot in. Just opened up in front of him there. The clearance wasn't the greatest that time from Matsubara. But Inui. Gayoso tracks back. Sakakibara inside to Elba. Elba. Matsubara. Inui's got space now. Arboleda there. Classic. Got himself tucked inside. Left space beyond him. Militz had just given it a momentary. It'll go anywhere apart from my penalty area. Sendra heads the ball away, but they're not clearing their lines too well at the moment. Mizunuma. Watanabe. Mizunuma crosses it in. Awkward looking clearance there at the back by Menzi, but it's gone far enough away. Yoshio seems to be dropping into the left side at the back, which means that Sakakibara is going to go back into the middle of the park. Nice chance here. Mizunuma puts it long and over the crossbar, and every passing second Yokohama will get a little bit more anxious and Kaya will get a little bit more belief. That first goal and the importance of it in any game is massive, but again, a little bit more add-on every time. Gayoso with the chest down. Arboleda tries to lift it forward. Gillies can't get there. Inui gives the ball away to Sendra. Arboleda. Diano. Arboleda. Sendra. They're holding their opposition off here. Diano lifts the long ball over the top. Gayoso, the runner, coming across from the right side of the back three. Matsubara gets the ball out on the far side. There's a degree of fear in the Yokohama side that I sense here from the commentary position. Arboleda. Gayoso does well, gets away from twos, gets away from Sendra as well. Gayoso! Oh, I say that was close. That was close from the centre forward. Helped out. Really just fired that onto the top of the net. Matsubara. Azumana. Nishimura with a cross in. Sugimoto, Inui. Arboleda with a block. Sakakibara. Bit of a left on Watanabe. Kida. Sakakibara. Matsubara fires one in from range. Count that. Away to his left. A very intriguing little contest currently here inside the Yokohama International Stadium. Matsubara beaten in the air by Horikoshi. Yoshio finds Inui. Plenty of space to get the ball, but this time midway inside his own half. We're getting it further forward in this game so far. It's been met by Angelis. Inui. Yoshio. Sakakibara tries to feed it through to Sugimoto, tries to turn, loose ball, back to Sakakibara. Chance here, good save by Cameron. Nishimura with a final effort. Well, there were some dancing feet there on the edge of the 18-yard box of Kaya. Inui. Inui goes edge side. Yoshio to deliver. Kamarad will gather. Sugimoto first to it, but from the sense of Yokohama, but easy for Kamarad just to take it into his body. See this again. Gayoso got away from one. Lovely screen by Bass. That wasn't far away. Ichimori may well have had it covered. One ball forward again. Real chance. Horikoshi getting in there. There's a real sense here but in this game. Elba's got a bit of space. First time that there's more space in the Kaya FC half. The overlap here. Mizunuma. Elba. Saka Kibata. Mizunuma headed away at the back by Arboleda. Yokohama trying to raise the tempo a bit here. Inui with a cross. Cleared back there this time by Diallo. Mizunuma. Real problems at the back there. That clearance from Justin Bass wasn't very good. And again, it's just coming straight back. Kaya have got to be careful here. Yoshio lifts one in. Headed away by Diano. Good work this time by Sendra. Gayosa holds it up nicely. Just couldn't find Bass. It goes again back towards the Kaya FC goal, and they started to put real pressure on there, Yokohama. Mizunuma. Nishimura making the intelligent run, stretching the defence as best he can, but he's going to have to come back inside Nishimura. That's a nice little ball. Around the corner, pull back. Nishimura could save by Kamaran. Fired away by Malitza. Yokohama have decided the intricate into-feet style around the edge of the 18 is going to be the way forward. And they're having a little bit of success here. To say that, trying to see who that was on the edge of the box, but he switched off massively there. I think it's Sendra switched off massively, just let the man run in beyond him. Nishimura. Perpetual motion in that attack. Possession stats 81-19, but it's still, you have to say, 3 efforts on the Yokohama goal, which has caused me to raise my voice a couple of decibels, as opposed to just the once so far in terms of Yokohama. Flipped forward this time by Menzi. Kida under pressure. Doesn't clear it very well. I knew he's done well to just get it back inside, and Yokohama will feed the ball out with, on this near side, Matsubara. Nishimura. Kida. Yoshio. Inui. Little underlapping run this time coming from Saka Kibata. Yoshio gets onto the loose ball. Kai just getting a little bit loose with their clearances. They've got to find their men, or else it's going to be difficult. Sugimoto's got in behind. The flag goes up. Certainly looks as though he got a little early. Well, it's not a great deal, actually. That's Mizunuma that actually put the ball in the back of the net. I suppose when you have a little look at that, Quincy Kamarad could have been embarrassed by that. Hopefully he'd seen the flag go up in the corner of his eye, or else I'd have been a bit concerned myself if I was stood on the touchline. Colin Curtis. In a way, and it's not often I say that, but wow, this is tight. I don't mind a goal to open a game up. But in this case, I think for the neutrals, a goal for Kaya is the only goal that we need to open up here. I think if it goes the way of Yokohama, it could be a different sort of complexion of the game altogether. Well, Mr. Sadulu is having a long chat. Will he be asked to go over to the monitor, which is often a veritable sign that there's going to be a possible overturning. Sometimes the timing of the run can be in such a way that it can affect how you see it. It's Mr. Firdaus from Uzbekistan that is currently checking the monitor. He's our fourth official today. It really is quite tight. It's Melitza's hip and Mr. Numa's elbow, really, which is causing the problem here. Well, they're singing, they're keeping us going, they're keeping us entertained, because they're going to have to go for another 6 or 7 minutes, I think, at the end of the first half as well here, because we've had a stoppage for the injury to Nagato, and now there's been quite a lengthy check of the disallowed goal here. First thoughts when the ball was played in, I felt it was offside. But obviously now, when you see the freeze frame, my bold prediction suddenly gets very nervy. Peter just asking the referee, Mr. Sadulu, the length of time this is taking. He's happening to go and have a... They've actually given a goal. It is a goal, and it is scored by Mizunuma. And it's just a foot stroke hip of the right back Melitza that's possibly holding it in. And I've got to say that Quincy Camerat should have done better. Now, here's a question for you, everybody out there, the purists. The time of the goal, is that the time the ball crossed the line, or the time that the decision was made that the goal was given? I don't know, I'm asking you. Answer on a postcard, please. I'll put it down as 38 minutes, which is the time that the decision was made. Take the stamp off the postcard. Yokohama lead by a goal to nil. In a strange, almost eerie situation. Sugimoto, Inui. Elba round the corner. Coming away is Menzi, gets caught late. Cameron won't want to look back at that goal that went over his head. First I thought he'd seen the flag, so therefore wasn't too fussed about it looping over his head. But like all good players, goalkeepers are the same. You play to the whistle, so you deal with it and then pick the bones out of it afterward. Now there's a chance on here. Nishimura. Inui come across to this near side for the first time today. Melitza. Surely Nishimura in behind, pulls it back. Inui brings it down. Bass is in there to challenge him. Horikosh is there too. Inui. Nishimura again now starting to find space in the Kaya rearguard. Back to Inui, first time cross. Camerat. Punches might have done better to catch that. Angelis gets the ball out to Kida. Yoshio, Elba. Numa, the man that's on the opposite flank now. Matsubara, Inui. Won't be too impressed there with Nishimura, who backed away as a pass was played in. Yoshio, distance, rattles into the body of Centra. Zanuma puts it in, headed away this time by Menzi. I would say Kaya will be looking for the half-time whistle to recharge their batteries, but I think we could be away with time to be added on. Ball in, real chance for Nishimura, just glances straight into Cameron. That is the closeness of that offside decision. Not sure what part of Militsa's body played Mizunuma on, because the dotted line went nowhere. Not sure if it was going towards his posterior or his ankle. Sakakibara. Yoshio, Mizunuma, Yoshio again. This is more like Kaya anticipate. They just get themselves squeezed in that final third. Mizunuma, the goal scorer, faced by Albaleda. Back it goes to Yoshio. Can he deliver a ball in? Goes outside of his man this time. Angelis going to the dead ball line, too strong. Yokohama lead by that goal to nil, scored on 38. Elba's cross here. And this is where I just feel that Quincy Cameron has got to do better. At first I thought he possibly looked at the offside flag at the corner of his eye, but when I look at it again, it's just a very ungainly effort to put it over the top of the crossbar. Gayoso, Horikoshi. Man down. Yoshio, the man holding his face. Well, that man in your picture, Kevin Muscat, will be happy that his side have nosed in front, but it hasn't been the easiest of... looks as though it's the face to the turf that has caused the problem there for Yoshio, more than the challenge. Sort of gesticulating there that he's face planted into the turf. He's been assured by the trainer he still has a nose, although I should imagine at the moment it doesn't feel as though it's anywhere near the centre of his face. Ichimori. Bit of time and space here for Kida. Matsubara. Inui. Lovely bit of work by Inui. Chanakaya not really clearing the ball too well. Diallo's down. Took a little bit of a knock on that last break. Impact injury. Scorer is Numa. inside to Kida. Elba supplying to cross for the goal. Yoshio, goal scorer Mizunuma. Elba, Mizunuma again. Trying to move Kaya around. Elba. Sakakibara goes back to Yoshio. There's space this time for Mizunuma. Lifts the ball in. Elba with more of a defensive header, if anything. And finally away by Bas. Bas has got to win the second one, but again it's picked up by Yokohama. 6 minutes to be added on at the end of this first period, and we're well into it already. Watanabe, Inui. Watanabe again, Inui. Nishimura gets it back from Bas this time, Inui. Nishimura, edge of the box, real chance here for Sakakibara, who's made a bit of space. Well, finally thrust in front of his face by Sendra, and away for a throw. Yokohama just can't have any much more. They can't have much more the possession than they're already having. In fairness, they are having an absolute shed load. Elba, Watanabe, Inui stands the ball up. Deep one. Arboleda with the header away. Mizunuma puts it back across the face of goal. This time it's way by Rota, but not far. And finally, Subada got a little on it, but Kamarad fell on the ball this time. Well, Yokohama have had control in terms of possession and territory in this first, what looks like it's going to be 52 minutes. They've got the priceless statistic that will matter if it stays this way at the end, which is a 0-0, which is all they beat Shandong Taishan earlier on. Inui with a cross. Rota clears Militsi up towards Gayoso, and it's going to be picked up by Yoshio. Goal scorer Mizunuma puts the deep ball in again. Kabarat comes and claims fairly straightforwardly. Gayoso beats him in the air. Horikoshi will try and put Matsubara under pressure. Just hooks it away. Chance here for Kaya to try and get something late on in this first period. Eliza. Bas. Militsu again. Also with the ball forward. Once a little bit overhit. Goal kick's got to be taken again. Mr. Sadulu says that the ball was rolling. Ichimori stops it very precisely this time and just strolls the ball out to Ida. Ida to Yoshio. Sakakibara with the space far side. Mizunuma. Elba goes beyond, but Sakakibara. Yokohama play the ball on the safe side of Kaya. Yoshio, Sakakibara. Elba back out again. They've worked this well, bit of space now. They've got Kaya moving. Mizunuma with the ball in. Strong header away this time in the middle of the park by Menzi. And get those postcards out again, because I'd like to know exactly what that was from that man in your picture. It's Yoshio that's just thumped it long and aimlessly. Coming up with the goal kick. Gayoso the target. Kida surely all over him. The referee says yes, I agree with the commentator. Well, Curtis's side have caused enough threat, very sporadically in his first 51 minutes, but they've caused enough threat to make Yokohama be concerned here. And now height could be an issue if this is lofted up with them to attack. 51st minute, Horikoshi is about to just clip it in, does so. Gayosa with a header. But Yokohama will get this away. Combination of players, Mizunuma, Elba. And ultimately the loose ball will allow Arboleda to put it back to Camarad. Ishimura, the man with a big attack, and Arboleda found himself falling to the floor, but a half-time whistle goes, and it's been a very intriguing first 45. The man in your picture there, Mizunuma, gets the goal after a lengthy VAR check, but it was the goal that separates the two sides. Scored on 35, given on 38. But in the meantime, it is Kaya that have hit the post with Horikoshi. Sendra's got it underneath the bar. And Gayoso had a shot that hit the top of the net. Kaya are not added this. Yokohama feel settled as they go into the break, but at the break it is here. Yokohama Marinos 1, Kaya 0. Let's join ourselves for the second half. Hello and welcome back to this AFC Champions League Group G matchday 3 game between the Yokohama Marinos versus Kaya. And it is the side in blue, the Yokohama Marinos, that lead by 1-0 at the break, scored by Mizunuma there. With a little header glanced over the top from an elbow cross. Went into the back of the net on 35. But was given in 38 minutes as the goal after a lengthy VAR check. And there's going to be a change at the start of the second half. Swainston is about to come on for Kaya FC. We wait to see who the player is that's going to be removed. And it is Marvin Angeles that is going off to be replaced by Mark Francis Swainston. What a change at the point of the start of the second 45. Let's have a quick look at the two sides where the home sides have Ichimori in goal. They have a back three of Matsubara, Kida, and Yoshio. A midfield quartet, I would have to say now. Inui, Sakabira, Watanabe and Elba. And then they have three attackers in Mizunuma, Sugimoto and Nishimura. And the side of Kaya, who have got this unwarranted record, no, not unwarranted, unwanted record of 12 consecutive defeats in AFC football. Kamagari goal. They have a back five of Melissa, Rota, Menzi, Diano and Arboleda. A midfield trio, Swainston, Sendra and Bas. And then they have two at the top of the park in the shape of Gayoso and Hirokoshi. Yoshio to Mizunuma. Elba. Arboleda cuts that one out. It's not long by Bas. Very quickly with Yokohama. Mizunuma, Elba goes beyond Arboleda. Mizunuma with a cross now. There's a flying header coming in there by Sakabera. It's for Kaya to come and find something in this game now. And Yokohama to try and pick off the away side. With the long ball forward. Strong header away by Matsubara. Inui just has a toe in there from Bas, but Bas gets it away for a corner, for a throw in. We're nowhere near the corner. Yoshio. Mizunuma. Elba. Taken on Arboleda. Whips a deep ball across the face of the goal, but Camarade got his angles right there. Has to be a little bit of a glance at Quincy Camarade as that header which looped over the top of his head, and it wasn't just a sort of shallow loop, it was quite a high loop. It wasn't put over the crossbar by Camarade. There will be question marks on the goalkeeper there for the Philippine side. Battling, Inui just launched it forward. Rota, Melitsi, Bas. That's not a bad ball through. Gayoso's in behind, gets a shot off. I think the flag was going to go up, and it does go up. Kaya in the first half. Three decent chances at the Yokohama goal before the goal came along. And Gayoso with his height is a problem for the, I have to say, diminutive back three of Yokohama. Mizunuma. Inui's the target far side. He's going to receive it as well. Melitza goes out to meet him. Inui outside of Melitza, driving into the box. Rota. No questions asked or given, thumps it away for a corner the first of the second half. Sure, Inui. He's got it back to Mizunuma, who won't be too impressed with that. Melissa gets it back, and it's Arboleda trying to clear, but Inui will have a chance to try and set it up again. Yoshio, Albert to his right, tries to go through into the feet there, back to goal of Nishimura. Kaya do well to smuggle it away, and Kida feeds it back far side. Inui. Subara. Yoshio. Mizunuma. Yoshio, it's a familiar pattern here. Alba's got a time to turn here. Ball to Mizunuma. Can he find a good cross in? Can do, but it's headed away at the front post. Finally, Bas lumps it up towards the halfway line. Well, there's your centre forward for Kaya. Gayoso stood by the referee midway inside his own half, which shows you the space is being denied for Yokohama here. but they can have a chance again with a cross. The ball is at the feet of Mizunuma, out to Elba. Elba clips it in again, flicks off the head of the man at the front there, which is Diano. Koshi gets it away, can Gayoso get there, does well. Kida comes across. Thrown down the line by Milica. Koshi loses out. Matsubara feeds it in field. Saka Kibara. Numa, Yoshio. Elba. Here's Numa. Rolls it into the body there of Justin Bass, but he's going to get a chance to do it again now, Mizuma. Yoshio. Nishimura. Inui. Right across the face of goal. Looks as though he's going behind at one stage there. There's Numa. Yoshio. Kamarad with the punch away. Milica with the header away. Shot comes in. And a rather acrobatic effort ultimately there by Nishimura. Those fans in fine voice, this will take them to 6 points in the table. Should they hold on to this for Yokohama? No, he just couldn't be found. Subara, Inui, Nishimura, Obaleda, clearing now at left back. Played the first half at right back. Mizunuma, Elba. Out to the box. Yoshio, step over by Nishimura. And Sakabira puts it high over the top of the crossbar. Live table, the Group G. HN currently drawing with Shandong Taishang. Goalless at the moment. In the other game, Yokohama lead by a goal to nil. Koshi beaten in the air by Kida. Yoshio gets it back to Ishimori. Being reliably informed that it's when the goal is signalled that the time is taken. So in the case of the overturned VAR, it was flagged offside on 35 but given on 38, and that will be the time it's given. Ball goes through the centre looking for Nishimura. Arbaleda's got a track across. It's going to be a corner to Yokohama. With the clearance, just senses a turning up of the flame, so the heat's getting a little warmer. Mizunuma, flick on by Alba. Kamarad over the top, another corner. Slightly disappointing with the ball in fairness. Taken short. Ball rolling. And the referees today. An assistance all from Tajikistan. Mr. Sadulu is the referee. Mr. Vafu and Mr. Hassan on the flags. Fourth official from Thailand is Mr. Peshri. And the VAR is controlled by Mr. Ferdows of Uzbekistan. Ball in, trapped inside, chance in, Nishimura across the face of goal, they can't clear it, Indian camera sees it, smothers it. Well, that was a little bit of, where is it? I don't know, you tell me. And the ball finally ricocheted off of Hirota, and it was dug out from underneath his feet by Matsubara. Camarade fell on it. Much to the delight of Colin Curtis, head coach of Kaya. Kevin Muscat would rather have had a goal. Elba runs in behind Arboleda here. Goes for a shot. Camarade's positioning a little bit strange. It's going to be a corner. Quincy Camarade. It's a horrible position, goalkeeper. You can't make mistakes, but here we are. Top corner taken short. Yoshio. Nishimura, Yoshio. It's long and away. One-way traffic in the first half, but the dominance didn't really pay off with massive chances for Yokohama. And again, it's dominance again of the ball. Second bit up. Lotta with a header away. Horikoshi sprints away, trying to get away from 2 or 3 on the far side. Real pace, in fairness. Matsubara blocks him off. Just played the ball back to Ichimori. Plays that first time to Yoshio. There's a Numa in front of Kevin Muscat there. Shaven, well, got a full head of scalp down there. Inui's gone in behind. Can he get the ball across the face? Well, he can in a fashion, but it's not really favouring any Yokohama players. In the end, Diano took his time to play it out. Gets a throw which alleviates a little bit of the dominance of the ball of Yokohama on the Kaya rear guard. Arboleda. Yoshio inside, Watanabe. Matsubara to Inui. Horikoshi goes over to shut the space down to double up with Militsa, but it's Matsubara, Kida, Yoshio. 20 players in the space of about 30 yards there. Yoshio again. Chance for Mizunuma. It's so congested. The lines are so tight that there's no space between them. Mizunuma now trying to take on Arboleda. Mizunuma stands the ball up. Big header away this time by Diano. Matsubara finds Inui. Still it comes towards the Kai goal. Nishimura, Inui. Nishimura, too much. Militsa clears the ball. There you are, Gaioso, 4, 5, 6 yards outside his own penalty area. 11 yellow shirts back there and 10 blue shirts. Deep ball in. Nicely taken by Quincy Camarade this time. Well, it looks as though there's going to be a change for Yokohama. And that was stating the obvious. Kida this time adjudged to have fouled Gaioso in his attempt to get the ball as it was played forward. Well, it's the midfielder Yamane. Riku Yamane is one that's warming up. It also looks as though it could be Lopez to come on up front, but we wait to see, just to change in dynamics. But Horikoshi's got a free kick here for Kaya in the 60th minute. Quite a long way out. Just flips the ball up, looking for the running behind. Chance on the volley for Justin Bast. Gaioso couldn't control it. Ultimately, Inui hooks it near side. Yoshio's down holding his face. Now the referee decides he'll stop it with Yokohama in charge. Keeler asking why it wasn't stopped earlier. Well, in fairness, Yoshio's just running to the arm of standing still Justin Bass. Is to be the big Anderson de Souza Lopez coming on, and Yamane, an attempt to maybe just change the perspective. Sugimoto, who's been playing through the centre wearing the 41, has seen a great deal of the football. And it's all change in the division, with the goal being scored at Incheon. Incheon 0, Shandong Taishan 1. Everything remains in the status quo. 3 sides on 6 points, and Kaya just on the duck egg at the foot of the table. Yoshio will be the first person allowed back on because he's just coming on after a facial knock. But you could actually pick up the English version of what you're waiting for. Yoshio's on, Elba's on the football. Kida. Watanabe. Elba. Mizunuma taking on Arboleda, wants it back on his right. Yoshio takes a touch, gonna fizz it in. Cleared there, away, and now the substitutes will happen. And it is Watanabe going to be replaced by Yamane. And that is Elba going to be replaced by the number 11, Lopez. Different dynamic, I suppose, with Mizunuma already down this right-hand side. Elba playing like an inside forward. Lopez is a more aerially dominant play, you fancy. Elba just having a chat with Kevin Muscat, but it's Yokohama to take the free kick quickly. Ishimura. Mizunuma. Sakabira. Yoshio. Mizunuma faced by Arboleda, waits for the overlap from Nishimura. Nishimura dinks it in. Glancing header away by Bass. Horikoshi, good toe away this time from Matsubara. Horikoshi trying to get away from Inui, who goes down and thinks he's injured. Could be injured, wouldn't like to say. Horikoshi upended ultimately by the returning Matsubara. And they're all saying there's a problem. Yeah, Matsubara gets the first of the yellow cards of the day. Well, I've seen it in slow motion. The referee saw it at normal speed. You can see a terrific amount of contact between Inui and Horikoshi, but there was enough for the referee to see through Matsubara to put his name on the card. That is Jeune in French and yellow in English. Kaya now with an opportunity. Horikoshi and Gayoso stand over the ball. And this is a decent position, I have to say. Because this is far enough to get it up and down. Although that wall looks bordering on about 8 foot away from the ball. Who am I to argue? I wonder if a referee that's 4'7" and a referee that's 6'3" have different sized paces. Well done, referee. Well done. I like Mr. Sadulo. I think Yokohama were just trying it on a bit there. Now the prospect for Ichimori is different altogether. Horikoshi and Gayoso stand over it. Horikoshi into the wall. Horikoshi again. Ricocheting everywhere and finally knocked on by Nishimura. No commentator's eye for you there. I knew that wall wasn't in the right place. Arboleda trying to run in behind Mizunuma, who gets the defensive header away. Lopez. Sugimoto the two to block it. Well, we've got two chances now. Casambre and Amita coming on. Amita coming on for Sandra. And Cassandra will be coming on for that man in your picture. He just wanders slowly off Milica. Interesting move that. I wonder if they're going to a 4 now instead of a 5 at the back. Still got 5 there at the moment. Change of personnel. Cassandra more of a, I suppose, regular defender, so he could be going in at left back. Mizunuma, can he get a cross in? Strong header away this time. Manzi. Nishimura. He goes back into his regular pattern. Nishimura in body. Sugimoto on a turn. Nice figures for possession. Haven't really changed throughout the game. Manzi very close there. There's touch tight and there's grab tight. Menzi was certainly the latter. They are looking at a possible foul there by Menzi, as you can see from the graphics. Not long by Kamarat. As Numa plays it forward, Sugimoto won't get there. Diano puts it the other way. Story of those 12 defeats in AFC football is that they've been in games all the time, and that must be so very, very frustrating for their owners and their fans. And they're in this game as well today. Mizunuma, underlap from Nishimura, lovely track back. Nishimura deep ball in, right across the face, lovely header away by Rota. As Casambre gets it out to Hirokish. Amita. Gayoso running inside, got the ball the wrong side, allowed Kida easily to get there. Well, the midway point of these groups is to meet next time at Kaya in the next round of matches. There's a Numa. There's a shot at goal. Kamarat easily takes it on the bounce. Your commentator, felt that Yokohama would comfortably be ahead by now in this game, and that has firmly put me in my place, because Kaya, their game plan's been pretty good, but has it been good enough? Nishimura on a break here. Can he get the cross in? Again, it's behind everybody. Arata comes in and covers, but the flag's up for offside anyway. So I've been firmly put back into my place because Kaio's game plan, as I say, has been very, very good. They've kept it very condensed. They've allowed Yokohama to play across the front of them all the way. And denied space for them running in between the lines. Just the one goal has come. And they've also sporadically dug their fingers into the ribcage of Yokohama's rearguard. Horikoshi, can he keep the ball in play? Just about does. Yoshio throws it infield to Kida. Inui's the target, Inui it's found. Matsubara. Yamane. Nishimura outside of him, surely didn't go. Sambre plays it away. Wrong decision there. Mizunuma should have had it, I felt. Nishimori. There's got to be space. Sakabira. Inui goes outside. Cassandra crosses it in. Deep ball. Mizunuma couldn't get there. It's going to be Yoshio that tidies up. Yamane. Mizunuma now. Arboleda in front. He'll want it back on his right foot. Does so. Sets it out for Yoshio just to clip it in. Oh, how easy is that? That was just straightforward. Sugimoto with a goal on 72. Just a straightforward header, ultimately. Yoshio with a cross. And that, you feel, is game over. Sugimoto got in between the two centre-halves. And I'm going to have to question Quincy Camarade again. He's came and he's stopped and he's got nowhere near it. And he's made it very, very easy for Kenyu Sugimoto to get the second goal. And Kaya's resistance, you feel now, is well and truly going to have been broken. Diano plays it back to Quincy Camarade, who has had his question marks. Hirokoshi. Very loose touch that was in the middle of the park. Yokohama can now relax into the football for the final 15-17 minutes of this game. Nishimura, Amita with the challenge. Bas, Amita again. Arboleda, Amita. Swainston. The space to run into, up to Gayoso. Hirokoshi. Sakabira out there, goes past him. Pulls it back, Gayoso. Tries to work the angle. Great work by the defender. Comes out Arboleda with a shot. Second goal is not in the game plan for Kaya today. Amita. Diano and Amita exchanging passes. It's too easy to go past Lopez, wasn't it? Ball through to Gayoso. Sasha back by Kida to Ichimori. Buinaka and Matthews about to come on. Nishimura is off. Subara goes off. Mateus goes on for Ishimura. It's Kevin Muscat will want his side now just to either add to it or manage the game now between now and the end of the 90 minutes. Just under 15 regulation minutes to go. In their first two matches really did dominate possession, certainly in their first game against Incheon, but lost by 4 goals to 2. Same in their second game with a 1-0 victory away at Shandong Taishang. Sakavera out Inui. Comes off the body of the man closing it down. Goes away for a corner. Kaya's run looks as though it's going to stretch to 13 AFC games with their victory. Mateus with the corner. Okay, not the greatest delivery, side netting though by the goal scorer Sugimoto. Got there first at the front. For the second opportunity. A bit more height on this one. Kamarad spills. Gayoso hooks it over his shoulder, but it's going to be picked off again by Yokohama, who'll start going the opposite direction again. Yamane, distance. Passed up nicely into Quincy Kamarad's body. About to make another change. That could be Giganto that's coming on. But of course you can't quite keep that in play on the far side. Also caught his knee in the turf there, just jolted it. Lopez Mendy is the man that's coming on, and he will be replacing Gayoso. Again, but a word of note, I think Gayoso's been lively when he's seen the football. He's done his job very well, but he's been very isolated for Kaya at the top of the park. Lopez Mendy's got to do exactly the same now. Yoshio. Yamane. Yoshio again. Numa, the underlap this time. Uineda. Kida. Bimani. Winika. Bimani. Mateus. Inui the target. On Cassandra, across goes Rota, gets a good challenge in. Well, Colin Curtis almost has the ridiculous dilemma of knowing that your side are in there and competing, but not winning or even drawing. And it's must be highly frustrating to know that you are but moments away from finding something in the AFC football that they're playing. Lopez Mendy back. Cassandra puts it long. Saka bit up all the way back to Ichimori. Again, it's Yokohama that will build from the back with Yoshio. Gida into the final regulation 10 minutes here at the Yokohama International Stadium. Alvalade steps in now for against the Yaneka. Numa throws it back to Yoshio. Yamane, nice ball, find Mizunuma, can he find the right ball in, just chips it across the back post. Well, did he mean it, did he not? He gets his second now, Mizunuma. I thought he just lifted that into the penalty area, but he's lofted it over Cameron. It's a nice ball here by Yamane. Okay, it's going to be one that's going to be checked, you fancy. But I'm not 100% sure, although having looked at the angle he would have seen there, it looks a pretty succinct finish. There's Numa. Do you know what? I think he meant it. Maybe I've done the man a complete disservice. But what a sweet finish that is. Well, both his goals tonight, if this one stands, have had a little bit of a television check. Mr. Sadulu will be looking. And there's the freeze frame. The first one was tight, but this is tighter, if there's such a word. That is a sweet finish, actually, by the young man. That did him a disservice there. Out come the set squares, protractors, all your technical drawing equipment, because they're taking their time as well. Kevin Muscat's side. Move themselves up to second in the table of a group of 3 teams if the games stay the way they are on 6 points. And another look now. It is, I don't think it's quite as tight as the first one, in fairness. I think that one's going to be more like offside this time. And indeed, it is just offside. What a sweet finish by that man in your picture, Mizunuma. So it remains 2-0 in this Group G AFC Champions League match here at the Yokohama International Stadium. Cameron thumps it long. Lopez Mendy surely pushed in the back there by Yoshio. It is indeed going to be a free kick to Kaya. There you have it. Mizunuma's left arm perpetrating the infringement, which rules out a cheeky goal by him. Horikoshi to deliver this free kick. Can Kaya find a little angle back in and put a little bit of consternation into Yokohama's belief at the end of this game here in Group G? Horikoshi. It's going to be offside if it goes into that gentleman. I'm sure it would have been. Indeed, the flag goes up. Not very early. Even the eagle eye of your commentator spotted that one. Diano went a little too early. Yoshio. Yamane. Mateus. Overlapped by Inui. Back to Mateus. Stands the ball up deep here, right round the back, and this time, as the ball drops over his right shoulder, Mizunuma scuffs it horribly wide. picture with the second goal. Really has settled the nerves in Yokohama as we move into the 86th minute. It's all about management now for Kevin Muscat's side. Sakubira and Yido exchange passes. Yuda, Yoshio, Yunaka. Yoshio to Mizunuma. Good run through this time by Lopez. Back on this near side to Mizunuma. Yoshio tries to play it in. It's a little uncomfortable there for Rota. They don't profit on the loose ball, and it comes back against them again. Mizunuma looking for Inui. A bit of a slice on that means the impetus is lost in the attack. It's about game management now by Yokohama. Lopez Mendy trying to get away. Yoshio just cuts it out. And it's going to be Horikoshi that goes off late on in the piece. A very good player today, Horikoshi. Possibly one of the bright spots in a Arakaya side that have had sporadic attempts to go forward. And it's forward Kurt Dizon that comes on. Put a shift in. Later to Amita. Diano making life very difficult for himself and ends up losing out here to Sugimoto. Yonaka a bit too strong for argument's sake. But Diano really invited all that pressure on himself, in fairness. Well, it's looked routine ultimately for Yokohama. It's just controlled by Lopez Mendy, but after that got a little bit untidy. Yonaka. Lopez for Yokohama misplaces it. Yamani lifts it out to Inui. For long spells of this game, Kaya have been in the contest. Mateus, Inui. With a cross, headed away by Rota, only as far as Yamani. Mateus. Chance for Yoshio. Yoshio, little layoff here. Mizunuma lifts it in. Rota with the header away. Lopez Mendy. No support from Kaya around him, and it's back with Yokohama. Sakabira. Still Yokohama trying to tease them around. Unica across the box. Amita. What a loose ball that is. Nui first chance. Back to Yamani. Sakabira down the line to Inui again. Goes on the underlap. Doesn't receive the ball back. Amita stops it. And Menzi tidies up. Amita tries to go forward, but again a little bit of a late one in the middle of the pass. Going to be a free kick. Well, we wait to see how many minutes are going to be added on. I think we're going to look at about 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5. Why not go the full hog? Your commentator thinks it's going to be 6. And it only takes a second to score a goal. Colin Curtis will hear those words echoing around his head, but what second, what day, what month, in fairness, today for Kaya, because the small chances they have seen, the small glimpses of the opposition goal, have been fleeting. Somebody, Lopez Mendy with the header inside. Onaka gets it out far side. Nice bit of play there by Mateus. Sugimoto takes it on. Real break on here now. Sugimoto finally gets it under control. Lopez, can he find a pass? Urota gets it across to Mizunuma. Tries to play it back in. Laboured a bit here at the moment from Kaya. Minutes to be added on at the end of the game. There's Mizunuma. Yoshio. Mizunuma. Yoshio. Familiar pattern to this game. Onaka. Fairness to Colin Curtis' side, when they've not been in possession of the football, they've been very deep, very solid. Just grazes all the way through to Inui on the far side. Well, the crosses again across the face of goal. Mizunuma will keep it in play. Kaya now looking a little bit strained. Yoshio! Good save by Cameron. He played Yoshio involved here, let it run across his body and took it on his right foot. And Cameron there with a big strong right arm over the top. Corner taken quickly. Sakabira. Yamani involved on the far side. Inui. Sakabira with the underlapping run. Can he keep it in play? The answer to that is with that wafted flag on the far side. No! Well, Yoshio got hold of that. Cameron goes long. Lopez Mendy to target. Toe-in on the far side this time by Dizon. But it's put away. Lopez Mendes in behind, can he finish? Side netted. And a whistle just to say that the flag had gone up. Made his run a wee bit early. Okay, very tight. Running off the left shoulder of the final man, which is Kido. Yoshio. Mizunuma. Put it under control eventually. Inside him, Yuanaka across the face of goal. Mateus. Cameron scoops up. Kai getting a little stretched now. A little bit tired. Pulled from one side of the pitch to the other throughout this game, but they've defended well. Be the enigma for Colin Curtis on his right side. Yamani. Inui into the final of the 5 minutes, and minimum off. Mateus goes inside. Back to Inui. Mateus, can he get the ball back in? Orota's across to block the cross. Well, it's all about Mr. Sadulu in the next 25 seconds. You fancy, is he going to have more time on? Lifted in by Mateus. Lopez Mendy with a header. It is 3. I say Lopez, I should say, not Lopez Mendy. Anderson de Souza finishes things off on 95. ball in by Mateus, the two substitutes combined. And again, I'm going to question Quincy Cameron. He's neither here nor there. A fault, I believe, for the first goal, the looping header by Mizunuma. Checking for a possible offside here, but the VAR is over, the game is over, the victory is over and complete for Yokohama. 3-0. Ultimately, it was comfortable. For long spells, it didn't look that comfortable. As I say, the enigma for Kaya FC will be you're in games but not getting anything. They moved to 13 AFC games without a victory for the Philippine side. And again, for spells, the game plan was working. It was broken in the first half when Mizunuma headed the ball in from an elbow cross. It looped up high in the air and was coming down underneath the crossbar, and Quincy Cameron really got nowhere near it, and it ended up going into the back of the net. There's a lengthy VAR check, but it was given as a goal, and Kevin Mesker's side took the lead. And then they held it. It was pretty solid right up till the 72nd minute when Sugimoto buried a head up from Yoshio's cross, and then at the end, Lopez flicked a header in from a cross and a ball in by Mateus. 3-0 to Yokohama. 3 sides on 6 points in Group G. Kaya have no points. Thank you very much.